$100 bill worth $7,200? In this video, we're going to be going over some really rare $100 bills that you might actually have in your possession. And now look, I completely understand that $100 is a lot of money, but the reality is there's $100 bills out there that are worth a lot more money than their face value of $100. And in this video, I'm going to be showing you exactly what you need to be looking out for on your $100 bill. Now here's a $100 bill that's sold on Heritage Auctions on November of 2023. Keep in mind, it does not matter too much when these bills are being sold because market conditions are always fluctuating. And even if you're watching this video in the future in 2025, 2026, the information in this video is still going to be relevant. Now this specific bill is a 2003 $100 bill and it's raw. That means it is not graded, but the bill is uncirculated, which means there is not a single fold on this bill whatsoever. Keep in mind, every single fold that you put on your bill will decrease its value, so keep your bills flat. This specific example, because it is a star note, as you can see by the star at the end of the serial number, this bill sold for $139. Now looking at the front of this 1990 $100 bill, the general public may look at this and think that someone had spilled something on this specific bill, which caused this look. However, that is not actually the case. This is what collectors call a solvent smear error. So during the printing production of this bill, some of the solvents they used during the production of paper money smeared on the portrait of Benjamin there in the center of the bill, which makes it look like there's some liquid damage on this specific bill. However, this one was graded by PMG at a 55 EPQ, meaning that there is a fold or two on this bill, maybe some handling, but this $100 bill sold for $252. Now this specific bill from 1928 sold for $1,800, and here's why. So a lot of us are familiar with these older style $100 bills. This one being from 1928 was the first year the United States started producing small size paper money bills. Before that, all US paper money was large size. Collectors call those horse blanket notes because they're as big as a blanket for a horse. That's right, people used to carry around large size paper money bills before these smaller size bills. Now what do you need to look for on your 1928 bill? First of all, this one is in really good condition. As we know, condition is very important when it comes to the value of your $100 bill. Second, we collectors call this a numeral type $100 bill. Now what does that mean? So if you're looking at the district seal, which is that black seal on the left hand side of the bill, you're going to see a large number 4. Now typically you're going to see a letter there and not a number. So look closely here. You see the large number 4. You're also going to see 4 number 4s around the bill. These 4s are called district numbers. Now you can only have number 1 through number 12 in that area. Or if you have a normal type, you can have the letters A through L in that area. Now look closely here as well. You see the district number is a 4. Look at the first letter in the serial number. That is a D. It is no coincidence that D is the 4th letter in the alphabet. So this is how you need to be looking for these bills. If the number on the left is a 1, the start of the serial number should be an A. If it's a 2, it should be a B. If it's a 3, it should be a C. And as you can see here, it's a 4, so the start of the serial number is a D. Now why do I tell you that? Because there are some examples where those two do not correlate. For example, if you had a number 4 as the district number, but the start of the serial number was an A or a B, that would mean they don't correlate, which could be an error, which could make it even worth more money. So all of these things should match up. The 4 numbers around the bill should all be 4s. If the district number was a 1, they should all be 1s, etc. Everything should match. If it doesn't, you have something really rare. The big thing here is mainly the grade and the fact it's a numeral type. As a baseline, numeral type $100 bills are simply worth more money. So keep that in mind when trying to sell your paper money, because this example sold for $1,800. When we're looking at the back of this 2013 $100 bill, I want to show you an area called the backplate number. Now the backplate number is mainly an internal number used at the BEP, which is the Bureau of Engraving and Printing, where they produce paper money. That is pretty much an area that shows where this specific bill was located on a printing plate. It's an internal number mainly used by quality control managers. So why is that important? Well, when you flip it over to the front, you're going to see a front plate number. Now that's located in two different areas. You've got the top right front plate number and the top left front plate number. If you look at the top left front plate position there, you can see the letter C followed by a number. But before the C, there is a small FW. Now FW stands for Fort Worth, Texas, where they produce this specific bill. If your $100 bill does not say FW on it, that means it was produced at the Washington, D.C. facility, because there's only 2 places in the whole United States where they produce paper money, and that's those 2 places. So why did this bill sell for $2,280? Well, this is what we call a solid serial number number 6. So you can see all the serial numbers are the same, and that really increases the value of the bill. Even though this banknote got graded by PMG at a 45 EPQ, which means this specific bill likely has at least 3 different folds on it somewhere on the bill. So keep that in mind because the value would be much higher if the grade was higher. But again, $2,280, $2,990 for this banknote that was found at a local bank. So this has a bunch of errors happening here. This 1985 $100 bill is what we call a printed fold over error. So during the printing process, this specific banknote got folded over, printed on, and somehow got out of the facility. And actually, I didn't realize this lot came with a total of 3 notes. So these other 2 notes right here were included, and you can see that the serial numbers are actually consecutive. So you can see the last 2 digits are 71, 72, and on that first error I showed you is a 73. So these all were in the same order, except these 2 had an offset printing error. So the overprint got printed down, and then the sheets got rolled over and pressed down, and it caused this offset to happen on the back of these bills. That's why all 3 of these sold for a total of $2,990. Now this is what I was talking about earlier. So this is a genuine large size paper money bill from 1914. Now the $100 bills from 1914 are going to be pretty rare and valuable. There's actually a lot of high quality contemporary counterfeits out there that a skilled expert would need to see if it's genuine or not. However, this one was graded by PMG at a 40 EPQ, which means it does have that guarantee of being authentic. Remember, these bills are much bigger than our small size paper money banknotes that we're used to seeing today. This has a beautiful blue seal on the right, blue serial numbers, and the extremely allegorical, beautiful figures on the back. I love the design on the back of this banknote. It's truly a piece of artwork, and that's probably why it's so highly collectible. This example at a 40 EPQ sold for $7,200. If it was in better condition, guys, it would have brought a lot more money. So keep your banknotes safe, and we will see you in the next video.